Today we're going to be taking a look at an explorer named Ernest Shackleton and his recently discovered ship. Ernest Shackleton's story begins in Ireland. He was born on February 15, 1874, in a village named Kilkea. After graduating from Dulwich College in 1890, Shackleton entered the Mercantile Marine Service, which would later become part of the Royal Naval Reserve. During his time in the Navy, Shackleton would take part in the British National Antarctic Expedition alongside Captain Robert Falcon Scott. Whilst on his first trip to Antarctica, his health depreciated and was sent home on a supply boat. After getting a grasp of his health, Shackleton would return to Antarctica. In 1908 he would lead the British Antarctic Expedition. On this expedition, Shackleton and his crew would venture within 97 nautical miles of the South Pole. They went on to claim Victoria Land Plateau for the British Crown and make the first ascent of Mount Erebus. Once returned to England, Shackleton was knighted and made a Commander of the Royal Victorian Order. In 1914, Shackleton would lead the British Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition. He had planned to cross Antarctica beginning from the Weddell Sea and ending at McMurdo Sound. His expedition was halted when his ship, the Endurance, got trapped in the ice. Endurance was trapped in ice and drifted for 10 months before it was crushed by the ice and sank. Shackleton and his crew would drift on the ice for another 5 months until they reached Elephant Island. From there, Shackleton and his crew began their venture home. Throughout his expedition, not a single one of his crew members would die, until their journey home, that is. 3 of his crewmates would pass on their trip home. Ernest Shackleton would go on to attempt a 4th Antarctic expedition called the Shackleton-Rowett Antarctic Expedition in 1921. His goal was to circumnavigate the continent. However, at the outset of his journey, Shackleton died. He passed on January 5, 1922 in the South Georgia Islands. Today, March 9, 2022, history was made. After over 100 years, the shipwreck of Shackleton's Endurance has been discovered by the Endurance 22 search expedition. Here is some of the first images of the historic wreck.